From the Heart of Medicine, and today is day number 2 of going after Cam Hanes daily minimum workout. So it is 100 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, and 100 air squats. I think there's no specific order to this, so you can do it in any order you would like. And yeah, that's about it. So we basically got it done today. It's fairly early, so I got home a little earlier, and I'm telling you that I'm closing my circles way earlier in the day. And I'm actually, well, it's just day number 2, but I think that I'm gonna be closing the circles every single day I do that basic workout. And there are some days that I just don't close the circles. So I would say I'm physically active, but in 7 days, there's usually one day, usually average in 1, max 2 days that I don't close all the circles. I think that if we are consistent and this is your daily minimum routine, there's no reason you shouldn't close your circles every single day. So my heart usually beats pretty slow, so I would say I'm physically conditioned to, at least compared to the average population, I would say I have a good conditioning. Nothing to the level of course, Cam Hanes, no endurance athlete, nothing like that. But in general, pretty well conditioned. So my resting heart rate is usually about, let's see how much it was. For example, heart rate was about 56 a couple hours ago. Let's get one recent. So right now it's 69. I just got home, just walked up the stairs and the whole thing. But usually my resting heart rate is 40s to 50, between 40 and 50. And when I go to sleep, yes, drops to 40 a whole lot of times. So that tells you about conditioning, of course. If you're not working out and you're physically inactive and your heart rate is into the 40s, that's not being conditioned. That's going to be something you should probably need a cardiologist or a primary care provider to evaluate. Okay, so now getting back on track. This is my second day. I already did the workout. The first time I did this workout was yesterday, and yesterday it took me about 40 minutes. Let's see, in total it took me about 40 minutes. Today I dropped that time to half. So what happened yesterday is I wasn't that wise about it. So I did the air squats all at once, I did the push-ups all at once, and then I did the 100 pull-ups all at once. By all at once, I'm mentioning like I focus on each exercise at a time, and of course the pull-ups, usually you will find that probably the pull-ups will be the toughest one of those three. So you feel your forearms are in fire, and you have to rest a little more. So that's the reason it took me about 40 minutes yesterday. But today I did it a little bit more efficient. So I did 10. So this is the way I did it. I did 10 push-ups. No, I started off with 5 pull-ups, strict, right? Strict pull-ups. Immediately after, I did 10 air squats, and immediately after I did 10 push-ups. So I didn't have to count the reps. I just had to count how many times I've gone through the whole cycle. Of course, I counted the reps for each, but when I knew I would get to 10, it meant I already finished all my push-ups and push-ups and air squats. And after that, it meant that I was still needing to do an extra 10 rounds of 5 pull-ups because I was doing 5 pull-ups at a time. The reason I'm doing 5 pull-ups at a time is not because I cannot do 20. I can do maybe 25 pull-ups in a row, but that's not the idea, because if I do that, if I start doing that, I'll get all the lactic acid accumulated in the arms, and it will compromise me from probably being able to maintain this for the entire month. So my plan is to do this for a month and see what happens. I don't expect my body will change much, but we will keep you posted on it. I do think it will probably improve my body a little bit more than the last challenge I did, which was the 100 burpees daily that is recommended by Jocko Willink. So Jocko recommended in one of his New Year's recommendations video that if you don't work out, or at least you should do 100 burpees, and it was a great thing to do. I did that for about 2 months. I didn't post it online, but that's what I did. I think it was pretty good. It maintains your conditioning well if you're someone who is very busy and you just don't want to have any excuses. So even if you're very tired, if you're working in the hospital a whole lot of hours, if you get those 100 burpees done on top of everything else you do, at least that's something, right? That's worth something. So now that I'm doing these 100 of each, it's sort of similar to doing a burpee. The only difference is with a burpee, you're doing, for example, sort of a push-up, and you're also doing a squat because you're jumping up. So it probably equates to doing 100 push-ups and 100 air squats, but we're adding the pull-ups. And with a burpee, you're not doing a pull-up. So technically speaking, this is more exercise, but at the same time, it's a little less exhausting. It's less, I think it might be less taxing on the body. We will see. But the reason I say that is because when I finish this, my body feels more relaxed than after doing 100 burpees. But we have to take into account that I was doing 100 burpees. The goal was less than 10 minutes, and that's what I was doing every single day. I was doing 30 burpees in less than 30 seconds, rested the remaining 30 seconds, and on the minute, every minute for 10 minutes, the 10 burpees, so total of 100 burpees. With this workout, I'm still pacing myself, seeing where my time is at. So I think that 20 minutes I did today. Yeah, I did 20 minutes and about 4 seconds. I got the whole thing done. I got it done when I was taking the dogs out for a walk in the morning. So I walked about half a mile, a little more than half a mile. And when I got to the playground, Forsyth Park in Savannah, Georgia playground, that's where I did, right in front of the monkey bars, I did the entire workout and then jogged. So then my cardiovascular system was ready to work out more if necessary. So I jogged around the park and back. So I maybe, jogged a little more. So I'm feeling energized, way more energized than if I would have not done this workout. So if I wouldn't have done this workout, I'd be less energy. I'd come home and probably want to take a nap. Not that I take it always, but I'd be less energized. I maybe wouldn't record this video. Right after this video, I'm going on to my next video, which is going to be medicine. So we're going to talk about the questions I did today. I already got my questions in for today for the internal medicine certification exam. And now we're going to review the pearls. So that's maybe for another audience. That's more for residents, physicians, and medical students. And this one's for anyone who wants to join on the grind and just see the results. And if we can make 1 month of 100 pull-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 air squats. That's it, every single day. If you want to work out on top of that, do it. Today I might do some kettlebell in a while, maybe if I have the time. And that's the idea, to stay active, right? I'm very happy. I saw a patient that actually, through lifestyle modifications, we've worked together. The patient weighs over 300 pounds. The patient has lost about 8 pounds in a couple of months. Without any special weight loss medication, the patient was able to come down on their glucose levels from diabetic range to pre-diabetic range. And blood pressure has also come down from numbers into the 150s systolics to now the 130s. So that's just through highly motivated reasoning, and also a physician who believes in the patient and who is pushing them and let's go. And that is the way. And yeah, highly recommended to pursue class 1A recommendation in every single thing, which is diet and exercise. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one. I'm hurting a little bit here in the trapezius on both sides, so that is mainly due to the pull-ups, but we'll see tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to rest well today. Yesterday I was in bed about 8 hours. Today also the focus is that I complete the entire month doing this, so I have to be well rested and eat healthily and be well hydrated. So we'll keep on, and we'll see you tomorrow on the next one. Let me know if you have any questions, etc.